White feather for minister who refused to meet Ulster veterans over trial threats. Karen Bradley was sent a white feather after she tried to palm off campaigners with a meeting with civil servants. The Justice for Northern Ireland Veterans Group, JNIV, wants a time limit for legacy prosecutions. But last month Mrs. Bradley launched a 4-month consultation into legacy incidents and dropped a government pledge to consider granting an amnesty. 3 former soldiers have been charged over incidents in Northern Ireland in the 1970s and hundreds more face investigation as part of the peace process. Yet 300 IRA terrorists were freed from prison early and about 150 suspects were given letters of comfort by Tony Blair guaranteeing they would not be prosecuted. Earlier this week, Chief of the Defence Staff Air Chief Marshal Sir Stuart Peach said he was deeply uncomfortable with the treatment of veterans from operations around the world. JNIV founder Alan Berry wrote to Mrs. Bradley on May 9 requesting a meeting with her and Dennis Hutchings, a 77-year-old veteran facing trial for a 1974 shooting over which he was cleared at the time. Mr. Berry asked for an urgent formal meeting to discuss what appears to be the government's appalling treatment of veterans at the behest of the DUP and Sinn Féin. He added, "We feel totally betrayed by successive governments." The latest news of the failure to include a statute of limitations to protect veterans from this appalling witch hunt in your department's consultation document is most disturbing. Nearly a month later Mrs. Bradley's private secretary replied saying she could not meet them at this time and offering instead a meeting with our senior policy officials. Mr. Berry replied, "This proves Mrs. Bradley's apathy towards the Northern Ireland veteran community." He said veterans have now sent Mrs. Bradley a white feather to symbolize their disgust. Mr. Hutchings, of Cornwall, denies attempted murder and attempted grievous bodily harm with intent over the killing of John Pat Cunningham, 27, in County Tyrone in June 1974. Veterans plan to demonstrate next Friday at 11 a.m. outside Parliament. A government spokesman said, "Everyone acknowledges that the current system is flawed and we are consulting on the best way to create a fair and proportionate system that does not focus disproportionately on the security forces." JNIV veterans campaign against historic allegations.